Hi, it's Beth, back again. Today we're going to talk about superstitions. And this is a great time of year to talk about superstitions because, of course, it's almost Halloween and people are talking about things like black cats crossing your path and the number 13. And what other superstitions are there? There's, breaking a mirror, 7 years bad luck, walking under ladders, sleeping with the feet toward the door. What else? Oh, the big one that people don't usually talk about, but they all observe is not having open umbrellas, not opening an umbrella in the house. That one, most people just don't do it, which is fine, but I think it's a superstition and it's like a bad idea. I know in other cultures there are other observances. I've heard about brooms behind doors, and I've heard about the number 4. And there's just a wide variety of superstitions the world over. And so I wanted to talk about superstitions in yoga because I think sometimes observances and special things that we do in yoga can appear to look like superstitions. So if you come to my yoga class, I know that you will see that I never walk on the surface where I perform yoga with shoes. I take shoes off to enter the space where I will be doing yoga. And you'll see I'll put my shoes over to the side and I clean the space before I perform yoga. And that's not because of any kind of superstition, but it is because of the observance of saucha, which is cleanliness or purity, and it's one of the key concepts, one of the niyamas in yoga. And so there are a lot of observances in yoga that actually deal with saucha, cleanliness. And there are also some observances of fire. I know in some places they'll have candles or oil lamps, and you'll note that some people will not use their own breath to blow out a candle because it's kind of like using life to put out the flame. And this is in several cultures. There are a lot of cultures where it seems to be more respectful to use the hands to put out a flame. And I don't think it really comes from superstition as much as just mindfulness and being aware of caring for the objects that you use for yoga practice. Just like with any spiritual practice, people have general kinds of observances that they have. But in yoga, we're taught to really bring that awareness off the mat and into the rest of the world, and to use that to care for even the things that we handle every day. And so I'm actually going to encourage you not to pick up a superstition, but to take this time where we're noticing superstitions and ideas and take something from that about adding extra care or observance to the things that are important to you in your life. So if you think about things that are of primary importance to you, and it can be because they're things that you care about or because they're things that sustain your life. And then just choose some things that you can do to bring some extra mindfulness to how important this is to you. So it could be something as simple as never placing feet in an area or on a surface where you'll be eating from. Never place feet there. Or be sure to always clean off things before you place plates and dishes there. Even if you normally keep them clean and don't put feet there, sometimes just the act of cleaning it beforehand is just an extra way to take care and observe that this is a space where you sustain your life, and life is important and should be cared for. Another observance could be about family and friends. And for me, I have a special way that I acknowledge the importance of my marriage. And so I have a picture of me and my husband from when we were dating, before we were married. And it was a really funny time when we had that picture taken, but I love it. And I just keep a little candle by that picture, and I take that picture with me wherever we go and place it in an area that's readily observable to anyone who enters this space. So even if we're traveling, if we're going on vacation or whatever we're doing, I take this picture, and as soon as I put my bags down, the picture goes up, and it is there with candle. And it's just a way to acknowledge that my marriage is important to me and that it requires tending. And so it's funny, I never said anything to my husband about it, and we've been married about 7 years, and I think it was just this last year, maybe 6 months ago, he's like, wow, you bring that picture everywhere, huh? And we've been traveling a lot, and it's like, yeah, I do. And he was like, why? And that was when I told him. I hadn't even really told him what I was doing, but it's really just a symbol to me that I want to offer proper care and feeding for my marriage first, wherever I am, whatever I'm doing. And so even in travel, the primary thing is my family. So with that, I'll invite you to not create superstitions, but to create some neat way to observe the things that are important to you in your life. And I hope you'll share. Thanks. See you tomorrow.